the powerful fruit that helps shrink the prostate. The truth no one tells you. Health Aura. Know it right, live it light. Most men think that declining intimacy, low energy, and lost confidence start in the bedroom, but the truth lies deeper, in a small, often ignored gland, the prostate. As a urologist with over 30 years of experience, I've seen this silent issue affect thousands of men, from high-powered professionals to humble veterans. The good news? Nature has been holding the answer all along. There's a powerful group of natural foods that have quietly supported prostate health for centuries. They're simple, effective, and often found right in your kitchen. One fruit in particular, when eaten the right way, can begin soothing inflammation and restoring comfort in as little as 18 hours. No prescriptions, no surgeries, just natural healing. It's time we start talking about this openly. You don't have to accept discomfort or low drive as part of aging. You have more control than you think, and it starts with what you eat. Because when you understand your health, you can live with clarity, comfort, and strength. 1. The 5 forgotten fruits that could transform your prostate. Health after 60. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine waking up after a full night's sleep. No trips to the bathroom, no discomfort, no tossing and turning. Imagine feeling clear, strong, and confident again, not just in your body, but in your presence as a man. Now, what if the path to that vitality wasn't locked inside a pill bottle, but instead hidden in plain sight, right in your kitchen? You see, nature has always had a quiet way of healing, and for centuries, certain fruits have carried powerful compounds capable of reducing inflammation, improving circulation, and restoring the function of one of your most vital yet ignored glands, the prostate. And while the modern world races toward artificial solutions, science is now catching up with what ancient wisdom has long known. Real male vitality begins with what you feed your body. In this video, I'll reveal 5 potent fruits, backed by modern research, that can help shrink a swollen prostate, ease your flow, restore comfort, and reignite the spark you thought was lost. The most powerful one? You've likely eaten it your entire life, never realizing what it could actually do. If that sounds like something you're ready to rediscover, stay with me, because this journey could change everything. 2. The silent green healer. How one simple fruit may be the missing key to your prostate relief. What if the real secret to calming that constant urge to urinate, that dull pressure in your lower abdomen, or the fatigue that quietly chips away at your confidence, wasn't something found in a prescription bottle, but in a soft green fruit you've probably overlooked your whole life? Imagine for a moment that healing doesn't have to be loud or complicated. Imagine it as something quiet, something that works with your body, not against it. Something as simple as what you choose to eat before the day even begins. Now, I want you to take a deep breath and clear away every assumption you've ever had about your prostate health. Because deep within your body, there may be a silent fire, chronic inflammation, that grows with age, stress, and time. It starts small, but over the years, it presses against your bladder, tightens your stream, disrupts your sleep, and slowly chips away at your sense of control. And yet, the solution may be sitting in your kitchen right now, humble, fuzzy, green. I'm talking about kiwi. Not the kind of superfood that gets all the attention, not flashy, not exotic, but that's what makes it powerful. Kiwi is what I call the silent healer. A small fruit with one of the highest concentrations of natural vitamin C found in nature. When you eat it, it doesn't just pass through your system. Its antioxidants dive deep into your bloodstream, calming the cellular stress that triggers swelling inside your prostate. That swelling, left untreated, can make you feel like you're chained to the bathroom, always uncomfortable, always tired. But when vitamin C steps in, it helps reduce that inflammation from the inside out. I've watched men in their 60s and 70s experience real, measurable change with just 2 kiwis a day. They sleep through the night. They feel light again. Their energy returns not with a jolt, but with a calm clarity that lasts. One gentleman told me it was the first time in over a decade he didn't feel like his bladder was the boss of his life. But kiwi's power doesn't stop there. It's also rich in fiber, which supports your gut, the control center of inflammation and hormonal balance. When your gut is happy, your body functions better. Hormones stabilize, inflammation quiets. The burden on your prostate begins to lift naturally, and unlike synthetic solutions, kiwi doesn't shock your system. It works with you. No side effects, no complications, just gentle, consistent support. You can eat it whole, blend it into your morning smoothie, or pair it with a protein-rich breakfast. However you choose to bring it into your life, the secret is in the routine. Healing isn't a race. It's a rhythm. And sometimes it begins with something as simple and as powerful as a kiwi. 3. Blueberries and the return of vitality. The small fruit that reawakens the man inside. Picture this. You're moving through your day with ease, your mind sharp, your body responsive, your confidence steady. No more frantic midnight trips to the bathroom. No more foggy mornings. No more quiet doubts about whether your best days are behind you. What if all of that could begin to shift? Not with a drastic overhaul, not with prescriptions or surgeries, but with something as simple, as familiar, as a small handful of blueberries? You see, the most powerful changes often come from the least expected places. Blueberries, though humble in appearance, carry within them an extraordinary secret, a concentrated force of antioxidants that scientists are now calling one of nature's most effective shields for aging men. But before we dive into the science, I want you to hear a story. Carl was in his early 60s when he came to my clinic. He wasn't just physically drained. He felt like he was slowly vanishing from himself. "Doc, I just don't feel sharp anymore," he confessed. And I asked him a question most men never hear. What are you feeding your cells? Because vitality isn't just about your prostate. It's about what's happening deep inside at the cellular level, where stress, aging, and inflammation begin their silent work. That's where blueberries shine. Packed with anthocyanins, potent natural antioxidants, blueberries help combat oxidative stress, the invisible process that inflames your prostate and dulls your mental edge. Every handful acts like armor for your cells, protecting them from the slow erosion that comes with time and modern life. Carl began adding a bowl of blueberries to his breakfast every morning. Nothing fancy, just consistent. Within 2 weeks, something shifted. He was sleeping better. His thoughts felt clearer. His connection with his wife deepened. He looked me in the eye and said, "I never thought a fruit could make me feel more like a man again." And that's what most people overlook. Blueberries don't just soothe the prostate. They restore circulation, sharpen the mind, and even support healthy testosterone levels. Better blood flow means more oxygen, more nutrients, and better function where it matters most. But beyond the biology, there's a deeper truth. When you choose to nourish your body with intention, you send a powerful message to yourself. I'm not done. I still care. I still matter. That shift in mindset is where real change begins. So whether you toss them into oatmeal, stir them into yogurt, or enjoy them straight from the fridge, the key is consistency. With time, these small blue warriors begin to rebuild what age and stress have tried to steal. And step by step, you come back to yourself, stronger, sharper, more alive. 4. Pomegranate, the crimson key to restoring male energy, strength, and prostate vitality. Imagine a fruit so ancient, it's been carved into temple walls, used in sacred rituals, and revered across cultures as a symbol of life, power, and renewal. Now imagine that same fruit holding within it a quiet, targeted ability to help your body rebuild, repairing damaged tissue, calming inflammation, and gently restoring the balance that time may have shifted out of reach. This isn't mythology. This is pomegranate. And while most people see it as just another exotic fruit, I see something far more profound. I see a biological ally, dense with healing compounds, rich in natural intelligence, and deeply aligned with the needs of the aging male body. It's easy to miss what pomegranate really offers. With its thick, almost impenetrable skin, it appears tough, unyielding, but open it up, and it reveals hundreds of brilliant crimson seeds, bursting with polyphenols, ellagic acid, and plant-based nutrients that go far beyond basic nourishment. These compounds move through your body like scouts, seeking out oxidative stress, taming inflammation at the source, and supporting the hormone pathways that influence everything from energy and libido to mental clarity and urinary health. I often tell my patients that pomegranate is more than a fruit. It's a message to your cells. One man who truly discovered this was Greg, a retired carpenter in his 70s. He came to me tired of medications that left him numb, tired of the dull ache in his lower belly, tired of waking up 3 or 4 times a night. "Is this just how it ends, Doc?" he asked me quietly. I smiled and said, "Try this. Just half a glass of pure pomegranate juice each morning. No sugar, no additives. Just the real thing." He looked skeptical, but agreed. And after just 2 weeks, his words changed. "I didn't just feel better down there," he said. "I felt like myself again." That's the hidden strength of pomegranate. It doesn't scream its effects. It restores you, layer by layer, from the inside out. Men report less pressure in their lower abdomen, more restful sleep, and even a renewed sense of confidence in their intimate lives. And it's not just about the prostate. Pomegranate also enhances circulation, protects your heart, and supports hormone regulation. 3 essential pillars for any man seeking not just to live, but to feel alive. Whether you eat the seeds or sip the juice, the key is consistency. Like all healing from nature, it asks for a little patience in exchange for deep, lasting change. And if the seeds feel messy or the effort too much, remember that healing doesn't always come from dramatic gestures. Sometimes it starts with a simple glass in the morning and a quiet decision to reclaim your strength, day by day. That's what pomegranate offers. A return not just to physical function, but to a fuller version of who you are meant to be. 5. Watermelon and the return of flow, the summer fruit that quietly rebuilds a man from within. Close your eyes and think back to a warm summer day, the kind where the air is thick with sunlight and the world slows down just enough to feel simple again. Now picture yourself holding a slice of ripe watermelon. Cool, sweet, hydrating. At that moment, you're not thinking about prostate health or circulation. You're just present, enjoying something deeply natural. But here's what most men don't realize. Inside that refreshing red flesh lies a secret ally, working quietly to help your body heal from the inside out. Watermelon isn't just a summertime indulgence. It's a biological gift, a natural delivery system for one of the most powerful prostate-supporting nutrients on Earth, lycopene. This antioxidant compound, often praised in tomatoes, is also abundant in watermelon, and the way it's delivered in this juicy fruit makes it easier for your body to absorb and use. As a urologist, I've seen time and again how lycopene-rich foods reduce inflammation in the prostate, improve blood flow, and support smoother, more comfortable urination. But watermelon offers something even more. It hydrates, flushes toxins, and gently nourishes your vascular system in ways synthetic supplements never can. I remember a patient, Robert, quiet and reserved, in his late 60s. He came to me weary from that constant abdominal pressure, tired of waking up multiple times each night, frustrated by a weak, stuttering stream. He wasn't ready for medications, so we tried something ancient, something simple. A large slice of watermelon every afternoon for 2 weeks. No pills, no charts, no side effects, just fruit. When Robert returned, something had changed. There was lightness in his step, clarity in his voice. I didn't expect much, he told me, but I feel lighter, like something's been lifted, and I'm finally sleeping through the night. That's the beauty of watermelon. Behind its sweetness is serious support for the male body. It hydrates on a deep level, easing strain on the bladder and kidneys. It clears the urinary tract and reduces the silent inflammation that causes so many of the problems men face after 60. And perhaps most remarkably, it enhances circulation, bringing oxygen and nutrients where they're needed most, including to areas of intimacy and vitality many men thought were gone for good. Watermelon doesn't promise overnight miracles. What it offers is steadiness, relief that comes from within, strength that returns without struggle. So the next time you enjoy a slice, know that you're doing more than cooling off. You're giving your body a quiet form of power, one that builds with every bite. You're reconnecting with something essential: flow, strength, ease, a return to the man you were and the man you're still becoming. 6. Tomato, the humble red fruit that quietly rebuilds a man's power from within. Forget everything you think you know about what true healing looks like. It doesn't always come wrapped in science fiction or cutting-edge technology. Sometimes it's hiding in plain sight, in the most familiar, unassuming places. Sometimes it sits quietly on your kitchen counter, waiting to be seen for what it truly is. The tomato, often overlooked, often underestimated, but this ordinary red fruit may be the most extraordinary gift nature has ever offered for a man's aging body. Because inside its soft flesh lies the most concentrated source of lycopene known to science, a powerful antioxidant that doesn't just reduce inflammation, it goes deeper. Lycopene moves through your bloodstream, targeting overgrowth and oxidative damage in the prostate, shielding your cells from the very stress that weakens flow, steals sleep, and slowly chips away at your confidence. But here's the part most men miss. Tomatoes only reach their full healing potential when cooked. Heat unlocks lycopene, making it up to 4 times more bioavailable. And when you combine that with a touch of healthy fat, like olive oil, you create one of the most absorbable, potent, anti-inflammatory meals you can eat. I've seen this over and over, including in Marvin, an 82-year-old former farmer who came to me tired of medications, tired of urgency, tired of the interruptions stealing his nights. I didn't suggest surgery or pills. I suggested a warm bowl of tomato soup each morning. Simple, soothing, just like the one his mother used to make. 2 weeks later, Marvin walked into my office with a spark in his eyes. "Doc," he said, "it feels like something turned back on. That's what tomatoes can do. Not through force, but through nourishment. They gently reduce swelling in the prostate, ease the pressure on your bladder, and help restore stronger, more consistent flow." And many men report an unexpected bonus: a return of morning erections, clearer mental energy, and a steadier sense of strength. Because good circulation doesn't just affect one part of the body. It brings life back to all of it. Tomatoes also come packed with vitamin C, vitamin K, and potassium, nutrients that support tissue repair, immunity, and blood pressure. But lycopene is the star. It's why I recommend every man over 60 makes cooked tomato a daily habit. Whether it's a spoonful of tomato paste, a splash of warm tomato juice, or a homemade marinara. What matters is not the form, but the frequency. Because healing isn't about intensity. It's about consistency. And the tomato, humble as it may seem, might just be the key to helping you feel like yourself again. Only stronger. 7. The beginning of real change. How 5 fruits can reclaim the man you still are. Close your eyes for just a moment and imagine this: waking up rested, steady, and strong. Not just in your body, but in your presence. Imagine moving through your day with clarity, with ease, with a quiet confidence you thought was slipping away. It doesn't have to be a dream, because now you've seen it. How 5 simple fruits, often forgotten or overlooked, can work together not just to support your prostate, but to awaken something deeper inside you. This isn't about hype. It's about harmony. It's not one fruit that makes the difference, but how they come together to restore the rhythm your body has been missing. Each one brings its own strength. Kiwi with its vitamin C and gut-healing fiber, blueberries with their brain-sharpening, prostate-protecting antioxidants, pomegranate with its ancient ability to balance hormones and repair tissue, watermelon with its cooling hydration and natural lycopene that soothes urinary strain, and tomato, humble, everyday tomato, with the most potent dose of lycopene to reduce swelling and restore flow. Separately, they're powerful. Together, they're transformative. They create a foundation, one built on nourishment, not medication. Gentle, daily decisions that compound into something profound. What happens when you make these a habit? Your cells begin to repair. Inflammation quiets. Circulation returns. Hormones realign. And most importantly, you begin to feel like yourself again. This isn't just about prostate health. It's about reclaiming your life, your energy, your connection to the people you love and the man you know you still are. And in these final moments, I want to leave you with something even stronger than science: hope. Because if you've made it here, you're already proving something powerful. You haven't given up, and your body hasn't either. Those aches, those late-night bathroom trips, those quiet moments of doubt, they're not signs of failure. They're calls for support, signals that healing is still possible. I've seen it happen hundreds of times. Men who thought their best days were behind them discover a second wind, not from pills or procedures, but from real food, real choices, and a decision to care again. So I leave you with this. Choose one. Just one fruit. One habit. One change. Let it start with your next breakfast, your next bite, your next quiet promise to yourself. And if this message resonated with you, let us know. Like, share, or comment below. I read every message, and your voice could be the spark that helps another man take his first step toward healing. And if you'd like to help us keep sharing this kind of doctor-backed, natural health advice, consider supporting the channel with a small donation using the link below.